Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Typically in the past when I do collaborations where they are released with other manufacturers, vendors, watch personalities, charities, etc. This time something different. We did a collaboration, Islander did a collaboration with a gentleman named Randy. He heads up the Cheap Audio Man channel on YouTube. I'll leave all the information down below. We created a limited edition run, 100-piece run, of the Rocktopus. What a great name. Randy believes that there should be an audio setup for anybody at any budget. That's what his channel is based around. He started a few years ago, a passion project of his, and he had a vision. We had a vision together to create a watch, and it will remind you of, definitely, a turntable or a record player. If you're born much after me in the mid-70s, you may not have ever seen a record player. I'll show you some images, but think vinyl. And that is what the watch is modeled after. So this watch will definitely be sought after by his crew, of course, audiophiles that might watch my channel. And maybe if you just enjoy watches and want something a little bit different, we're going to check it out on my own wrist today. I am sporting my Squale polished blue with that new bracelet they came out with. It is awesome. What a bling machine. And on my other wrist, one of my first manufacturer collabs is the Spinnaker Croft collab. I did, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, the Purple Dial Croft. Beautiful watch. Let's see the Rocktopus. I present to you the Rocktopus. This is the ISL 256-hour collaboration with Randy from the Cheap Audio Man. He started his YouTube channel in October of 2020, concentrating on high-value audio products, trying to break down the gatekeeping of, you know, kind of like in watches, right? I try to break down, you don't always have to spend a lot of money to get a good watch. He's kind of did the same thing in audio, and he thinks that everyone should have a great setup at any budget. Here's a great watch at a great budget, $329, limited to 100 pieces, the Rocktopus. As you see, that is his kind of little spirit animal, I guess, for his channel. Limited edition Rocktopus, Islander, Cheap Audio Man. This happens to be 1 of 100. He actually has number 00, which was a pre-production sample, so technically there's 101, but really, there's just 100 of them. It is classic SKX 007 fare, as you could probably tell, with the 4 o'clock or the 3.8 crown, screwed down, 200 meters of water resistance. Let's go over it all. So powering this little beast is the Seiko NH38 movement, which is a true no-date movement. So it is a screw-down crown. Beautiful knurling, by the way. You'll unscrew it, and then you can wind the watch, pull it out only one click, and you can change the time. 24 joules, hand winds, hacks, 40 hours of power reserve. The case itself, 42, it's dead. 1 second. Come on. Okay, case itself is 42 millimeters in diameter. It is going to be 13.2 thick to a flat sapphire with inner AR. It is 46 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip, and we have sported it with female end links, and it also has holes in the lugs for easy peasy strap changes. The screw down case back with the Rocktopus, as you already saw. The bracelet is 22 millimeter. It is solid link, solid end link. It is sized with screws. In case you cannot tell through the plastic, it is a full, well, it's always brushed on the top, right? Bracelets like these. Excuse me while I deglovify myself a bit. It is brushed on the top, but this bracelet is also brushed on the sides for a full brush finish. And in case you couldn't tell when I was twisty-turning the watch around, the watch itself is also done in a full brush. Gives it a really cool, you know, like matte tactical appearance. There we go. The knurling on the 120 click unidirectional ratcheting bezel matches the crown. 200 meters of water resistance, I said. Weight of the watch is a hair over 176 grams. Ironic that if you look closely at the dial, we do say it's written 180 grams, but that refers to the weight of a top quality record. As Randy tells me, I am not really well versed in this stuff, so kind of ironic that they both kind of weighed out to be the same thing. Speaking of the bezel insert, so it is a brushed ceramic with a Lume pip. It's all grayed out, as you can tell. two numbers are prominent, 33 and 45. Again, little Easter eggs for people who are audiophiles. These are the two RPMs that popular vinyls were supposed to be rotated in so that they sound correct. Let's come in really close on that dial. So you can see the dial itself clearly is done in the shape of a vinyl record, or excuse me, the patterning of a vinyl record with really, really cool grooves. The grooves actually do extend up the chapter ring itself. We have the Islander name and logo at the 12, done in a ghost, like a grayed out ghost, and Randy's Cheap Audio Man logo with a smidgen of a red outline, also grayed out at the bottom of the dial. The beauty of the watch is the record itself. On the bottom, in that semicircle arch, is his motto: binge, listen, and fill your soul with happiness. So nice. Okay, center of the dial is done in BGW9. We'll see that in a minute when the lights go out. 180 grams, as I said, and then at the bottom, kind of like the name, usually the center was the record label, right? So it says automatic 200M, 656 feet. As you're looking at this, you're probably like, wow, what's up with the hands? Yeah, so simple stick hand for the hour and minute, but then look at the seconds hand. It's done in the shape of a tone arm or a pickup. You have the counterweight right there. Again, if you're into audio stuff, you'll know exactly what this is. Such a cool design. Really, really nice. The clasp itself is a 3-position micro, and it has the Islander branding on the fold over, and then his branding on the base of the clasp. Let's see. I mentioned the weight, price. It's a limited run of 100 pieces. Well, why don't we pop it on the wrist and see how it looks? So here we go on my wrist. You've seen me wear an SKX probably more than 1,000 times, above the bone, below the bone, 6.5, 6 3/4 inches. I would say I'm like 6 3/4 above the bone, maybe 6.5 below. I do wear my watches down here. I know people are like, how can you wear them? You know what I say to you? How the hell do you wear them up here? I don't get it. But that's how it's gonna look, and let's check out the Lume. There you go. The hands are done in C3 as well as the 33 and 45 on the bezel. You have the bezel pip, and then the center of the dial is done in BGW9. This little thing you see at 3 o'clock is just a reflection off the crystal, but looks really sweet, man. Really nice. One thing that just occurred to me, I kind of forgot, the crown itself is with our Islander logo, but it kind of looks like a volume knob, doesn't it? Right? Right now it's turned down to 0, and you want to increase it. Just pretty cool to note that, but that's about it. These are available now. This has been Mark from LongOnWatch.com showing you the limited edition Rocktopus we did with the Cheap Audio Man. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, anything else you want to say? Oops. Put it down below, and I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.